Oh, shalom, my friends. Shalom, everyone. Shalom to you. Rabbi Sol back here live because it is time. But, I was angry there about Eurovision and all these stupid, idiotic countries. I couldn't even bitch about Iceland because Iceland waited. They're so lazy in that country. They're so cold. They can't move that when the other countries boycotted, they're like, will we join them? We don't know. Let's take our time. There's nothing else to do in this stupid country. We'll wait. And then Iceland joined the boycott like 2 days ago. So screw you, Iceland, also. Anywho, what is her great national export? Bjork? You ever listen to her music? Anywho. We are going to get happy now. Come on, say hallelujah. Come on, get happy. Because we're going to read a Hanukkah book. Hanukkah starts tomorrow, Sunday, December 14th. Tomorrow night is the first candle. So in honor of that, we're doing another Hanukkah story. Not something that I had to write out or make up, because that would make my life too annoying and difficult. No, we're going to take a book written by someone else, to someone else's, Chana and Larry Stiefel, and their book, Mendel's Hanukkah Mess Up. Here it goes. Yes, of course, let's have a red-headed stepchild Jew with a noise thing and a menorah. Yes, you're basically type A Hasidic personality. Notice he's got the Latka LV license plate. Let us read from Mendel's Hanukkah Mess Up for this 2025 Hanukkah holiday. Oh, there he is. Is there anything more Jewish than someone in pain and about to complain about it? I don't think so. He's holding his ears. He's squinting his eyes. Kind of looks like a Jewish Reggae Cartman. All right. By the way, the illustrations are by Daphna Awadish from Kalaniot Books in Moosic, Pennsylvania. I'm wondering if that's real. I don't know, maybe not. Anywho, it's a well-made book if it's real. Maybe they're an imprint of something. Are they? An imprint of Endless Mountains Publishing Company. You got me. For Judah, Abby, Maya, and Josh would love. Of course, books like this, the author is having 25 kids. To Inga, who took me on my first adventures in New York. That is from the illustrator there, Daphna Awadish. So, yay. Let us begin. Of all the Jewish holidays, Hanukkah was Mendel's favorite. The yummy food, the glowing candles, the magical miracles, the glorious gifts. And if you notice here, if do you see these things look familiar? Huh? Look, behold, there it is. The latkes. Not the sufganiyot, we call them. They are little jelly donuts, because you're supposed to have something sweet and nice and fun on the Hanukkah holiday. Let's see some more. But when the 8-day festival began, Mendel always messed up. I'm wondering if he's borderline retarded. Just say, maybe autistic, maybe retarded, hard to tell, but from the looks of him, there's something a little wrong with him. Look at this. Look, something's going on here. Notice they all have tears in their eyes. I don't know what the hell's happening, but once Mendel was frying latkes. Instead of grating, and I apologize about this beforehand, although you'll actually like this potato. Here we go. Once Mendel was frying latkes. Instead of grating 5 plain potatoes aren't plain, they're great. Okay. And 1 eye-stinging onion, Mendel flipped it around. Oi, Mendel! So I guess there are 5 eye-stinging onions to 1 potato in his latke recipe, which has everybody crying and bitching. Then there was the night that Mendel blew it. And when he came away from his boyfriend, he placed sparklers instead of candles in the menorah. Sizzle, twizzle, pop. Oh, this would be a terrible thing. There we go. Sizzle, twizzle, pop. Oops! Bubby did not take a shine to that. Oi, Mendel. If he's messing up everything, you probably don't want to let him be the one putting the candles in the menorah. Just a thought. And no one could forget the time Mendel goofed and left a tray of jelly donuts on Rabbi Klein's chair. Splat! Oi, Mendel. It's kind of hard to get this on the screen there. Oi, Mendel. There's the rabbi's tuchus. There's either that or it's got bleeding hemorrhoids. But we're making believe they're jelly donuts. From that Hanukkah on, Mendel tried to hide behind the scenes. So no one was more flabbergasted than Mendel when Rabbi Klein offered him the best job of all. My driver isn't feeling well, the Rebbe told Mendel. I want you to drive the mitzvah mobile around town. You'll invite everyone to our big Hanukkah bash and perform the greatest good deed of the holiday, sharing the miracle of Hanukkah for all to see. So, look at it. You're going to entrust this kid who put sparklers instead of candles into a menorah to drive a vehicle 30 miles an hour in a neighborhood filled with children running around the streets. Great idea. Mendel's face lit up like the giant electric menorah on the mitzvah mobile's roof. Me? Drive the mitzvah mobile? Mendel's words stuck like melted wax. What? He was. I guess he couldn't get the word. Mendel's words stuck. Wait, where's Dave's ear thing? He had the. Where the hell is it? Can't find anything on this damn desk. I don't know where it is. He had a thing with earwax on it. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Here it is. Mendel's words stuck like melted wax. Are you sure, Rabbi? Usually when I'm in a van, I'm the one licking the windows. Sure, I'm sure, Mendel. I have faith in you, said Rabbi Klein. What could possibly go wrong? Mendel revved the mitzvah mobile's engine. Oy, 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 and waved as he turned onto Main Street. Everyone smiled and danced as the song, Oh, Hanukkah, oh, Hanukkah, da-dam, ba-ba-da-dam, blared from the mitzvah mobile's speakers. See, there he is, just going down the road. I don't know where he lives, like in the middle of Jeddah. At the park, Mendel tossed chocolate gelt to the children. Happy Hanukkah, he shouted. Where's the band? Did he leave it unattended? Did he jump out of it while it was still moving? We're never told. Mendel's spirits soared as he played dreidel in front of Nashi's deli. At each stop, he invited the crowd to the Rebbe's big bash. Finally, Mendel turned back. It was almost candlelighting time. But he was so filled with joy, he didn't notice the big bridge. Suddenly, this is not going to... it will end well, but we don't know what the hell's going to happen here. Crunch! The giant menorah hit the overpass. I was not expecting this. The roof of the mitzvah mobile crumpled like used gift wrap. That's a good simile right there. The wheels spun like a dreidel. That's not such a good simile. And then, oi, I'm stuck, Mendel moaned. There you see, this is him on the front page. Mendel moaning and upset, which is the typical Jewish response. Whoop, whoop, the police arrived first. Honk, honk, traffic started to build. Vroom, vroom, a tow truck pulled up next. So all sorts of holiday fun. I don't know what, it's Canadian? I don't know where the hell this is supposed to be taking place. No idea where those uniforms. It's not Manhattan. Beep, beep, the Channel 8 news team arrived. Mendel was mortified. What's the story here? Asked Rachel, the reporter. Well, Mendel's words mushed like applesauce, which is pretty good because you make latkes on it. I blew it again, he sighed. Then Mendel thought of the lessons Rabbi Klein taught him. He stood up taller, like the shamash. The shamash is the big lead friggin' candle there, the special candle that lights all of the others. So as Mendel faced the camera, his words began to flow like silky sour cream, You think the writers of this book were hungry when they were? Anywho, Hanukkah shows us the power of every person to make a difference, to rise up like the Jewish soldier Judah Maccabee fighting the mighty Greeks. At least he wasn't stuck by one of the Greeks, if you know what I'm saying. I think you do. He told Rachel, if a tiny flask of oil can light up a menorah for 8 days, we each have a spark to light up the world. For a flickering moment, Rachel was speechless. Suddenly, screech! The tow truck pulled the dented van away, and to everyone's surprise, the menorah's candles were still glowing. A Hanukkah miracle live on Essex Street. Rachel, so it is New York. There's no Channel 8 in New York. What the hell? But I guess this is maybe the Orange Sands Synagogue over in, anywho. A Hanukkah miracle live on Essex Street, Ruckel reported. By the way, she's Rachel, but we're in DEI times, so she's probably got some mixed heritage going in there. Maybe she was her mom was at a Diddy party. We don't know. At last, Mendel arrived at the big Hanukkah bash. He felt as soggy as a leftover latke. Enough with the similes. The mitzvah mobile was the worst mess-up of all. Oi, Rabbi Mendel sighed. I'm so sorry. Sorry? You should be proud, exclaimed Rabbi Klein. We saw you on the news. You told the whole world the story of Hanukkah. And that's what this holiday is all about, sharing the miracles. The crowd cheered for Mendel, the mighty Maccabee. Are Mendel's parents going to be paying for the broken mitzvah mobile? Well, all right, maybe it's insured, no fault insurance, except it's obviously his fault. Now, we won't go there. We're just going to say he's a hero because he got on the news. Well, in this day and age, maybe. That night, Mendel received the ultimate gift. He lit the giant menorah in front of City Hall. This time there were no sparklers. The only thing glowing brighter than all of the Hanukkah candles in town was Mendel's smile. And then he tripped and fell out of the thing, was in the hospital for a bunch of weeks, and he started having problems with his pelvis, and then he needed a hip replacement, and then he died before he was 30. But at least before then, happy story of Mendel's Hanukkah mess up. And by the way, I should have read, they always put the stuff you need to read first at the end of the book. This is on what? Because they're Jewish, they read this side? Here, a brief history of Hanukkah. Hanukkah celebrates the victory of a small band of Maccabees who saved the Jewish people from the mighty Syrian Greeks under the reign of King Antiochus in 165 BCE. The Hebrew word Hanukkah means dedication. The Maccabees rededicated the temple in Jerusalem, which had been defiled by the Syrian Greeks. And I've got a whole, in my cabinet, a whole defile on that. The Maccabees found one small flask of pure oil, enough to light the menorah for one night. Miraculously, the oil lasted for 8 nights. So the holiday is celebrated by lighting a Chanukiah, a 9-branched menorah for 8 nights, and we add a new candle each of the 8 nights. Now the 9th candle, the middle one, the shamash, is used to light all the other candles. Jewish people around the world add to the celebration by singing songs, playing games like the dreidel game, and eating foods fried in oil because, oh boy, we don't want to live past 80. We eat foods like potato latkes and sufganiyot, the donuts I told you about before. And by driving the mitzvah mobile around town, Mendel is performing the mitzvah of Pirsumei Nisa, sharing the miracles of the holiday. And families often light their Hanukkah candles in front of a window for this reason. And they're also on the lookout for terrorists and rocks coming through so they can call and protect everyone. They have also information on how to play the dreidel game, There's the glossary of what all the words mean, like oi, oi, oi in Yiddish means oh no. Oi, 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 I wish this were a better book. Nash, a light meal or snack. Yeah, we got one. Latka. Yeah? Latke, a pancake, usually made with potatoes and onion, fried in oil and traditionally eaten on Hanukkah with applesauce or sour cream. And then let us sing the song together to close out this Hanukkah story time with me, Rabbi Sol Solomon. Oh, no, too high. Oh, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. And maybe hire a couple of Eurasian whores. Gather around the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with, and latkes to eat. And while we're playing, the candles are burning low. I don't know the melody for this part. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Well, I've been on Dave's long ago. I was on the very first episode of this program, and here I am 24 years later doing story time with you. Remember that I have a website. It's called ShalomDammit.com. So if you want to hear and read my complaining about Eurovision over again, you can go right there, or my almost 200 other rabbinical reflections, ShalomDammit.com. Also, my stage show, Shalom Dammit, An Evening with Me, that was done off Broadway. We have footage. We have the whole show. Go watch it at ShalomDammit.com, as well as my TV show, Shalom Dammit, Rabbi Sol Solomon's Peace, Love, and Acid Reflux Hour, all available at my free, I should be making money off this, don't you think? But no, it's free, ShalomDammit.com. Well, happy Hanukkah, damn it. Try and celebrate the holiday. Bring a little festivity, a little bit of light into your lives. And when you spin the dreidel, you can hope for a gimel. You might get a shin. We've all been getting a lot of shins. It's been a shinny year, quite honestly. But make the best of it as best you possibly can. Shalom uvracha. To every one of me, wait, I blew it. To every one of you, I'm like Mendel, from every one of me.